Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Hi, how are you? Good afternoon. We were together this morning reading a book. It was a fun, interactive book that we did this morning. So this afternoon, we're going to read a shorter, not a shorter book, but a book that just requires us to listen and read. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and read this book with you guys. And I know that you guys know what this book could be about because I know we have read a book just like this before. And it's one of my favorites, and I really love the character in this book. She's really fun to learn about. Okay, so I'm getting a good spot here so I can show you guys this book. My computer. Good. Okay. And this is our last reading of the day. It is 12:30 in the afternoon. It's still August the 4th. It's a Tuesday. This is our very last reading of the day and my very last reading with you guys. That kind of makes me sad. I'm going to miss reading to everybody. But Miss Jen will have some more readings for you this week, too, for the rest of the week to hold you out through the rest of the summer semester. Okay, everybody, here we go. So, I know we read the book about that silly girl who thought she was doing everything right, but she did everything wrong. Even though she was doing what was asked of her, she was still doing the wrong thing. Do you remember who that was? You remember? Yeah, Amelia Bedelia. Yeah, Amelia Bedelia. So we read a book earlier this summer about her playing baseball. And then we read the very first book in the series about her learning about Mr. and Mrs. Rogers. So today we're going to read another book, and it's called Thank You, Amelia Bedelia. So she's still at Mr. and Mrs. Rogers' house, but she's going to get into some more mischief today. And I wonder who is going to find out the mischief today. Because we already know Mr. and Mrs. Rogers know all about her mischief. So we'll see. And it says on the back here, it gives a little description. It says, guess who is cleaning house? Amelia Bedelia wants to make everything perfect for Great Aunt Myra's visit. But whether she's stripping the sheets or rolling the jelly, nobody manages to get things quite as mixed up and plip-plopped as Amelia Bedelia. Okay, did you hear that? She's going to get things mixed up and plip-plopped. Yikes. So we're going to just have to see. Okay, everybody. And we're probably just going to read through this book today, and then we'll talk really quick about it at the end, and then I'm going to have to go back into my other session, okay? So let's read this. Here it is. Yeah, again, Miss Jenna, yeah. Thank you, Amelia Bedelia. So that's the title. And here is the author by Peggy Parrish. Pictures by Barbara Seibel Thomas. I really hope I said her name right. Okay. So let's see what's going to happen. Mrs. Rogers was all in a dither. Great Aunt Myra is coming today. Now that's nice, said Amelia Bedelia. I do love company. We've been trying for years to get her to visit, said Mrs. Rogers. But Great Aunt Myra says the only place she feels at home is at home. So everything must be exactly right. We do want her to be happy here. Now don't you worry your head, said Amelia Bedelia. I will fix everything. What should I do first? Uh-oh. See what our tasks are. Whoops. Sorry about that, guys. I hit the computer. That wasn't very good. Okay. Well, the guest room must be made ready. Strip the sheets off the bed, remake it with the new rosebud sheets, said Mrs. Rogers. Thank goodness you're here. Amelia Bedelia went to the guest room. These folks do have odd ways. Imagine stripping sheets after you use them. Oh no. I don't know what she is going to do in this bedroom. Oh no! Amelia Bedelia shook her head, but she stripped those sheets. Uh-oh. What is she doing? I think she's ripping the sheets. Yeah. Maybe she thought that Mrs. Rogers wanted her to make them into strips of fabric since she's ripping them up. Amelia Bedelia had just finished when the door rang. That must be the laundryman with Mr. Rogers' shirts, called Mrs. Rogers. Please check them and make sure they're all there. Amelia Bedelia hurried to the door and took the package. She took the package from the laundryman. He dropped off the clothes. Amelia Bedelia opened the package. She unfolded each shirt. 2 sleeves, 1 collar, 1 pocket, and 6 buttons. Yes, they're all here. Oh, silly Amelia Bedelia. She took that quite literally. Mrs. Rogers said, make sure the shirts are all there. And she probably meant just make sure that all of the packages were there. But Amelia Bedelia is making sure that every piece of the shirt is still there. There's not a thing missing, said Amelia Bedelia. Now to check them. It would be slightly easier to buy them already checked, said Amelia Bedelia. But then she quickly checked each shirt. Oh no! You're right, Miss Krista. What is happening? Oh no! Oh no! I'm going to let you look closer. What does she have in her hand? She has a paintbrush and paint. Oh no. So instead of checking them just with her eyes to make sure they were there, she's checking them with a paintbrush. She's putting checks on them. Yikes. Mrs. Rogers came downstairs in a rush. Amelia Bedelia, my bright pink dress. Yeah, she marked checks on them with the paintbrush. You're right. Amelia Bedelia, my bright pink dress has spots in it. Please remove them with this spot remover. Leave the dress out. I will wear it tonight. Now, I must go to the market. Okay, there's the spot remover. Amelia Bedelia looked at the bright pink dress. I don't see any spots. This dress just needs washing. Then another dress caught Amelia Bedelia's eye. What dress did she see? So Mrs. Rogers said, my dress has spots on it. Use the spot remover to get them out. So Amelia Bedelia is looking at the pink dress and she doesn't see spots. She just says it's dirty and needs washed. So I think that's what Mrs. Rogers meant too. But that's not what she told her. So now Amelia Bedelia sees another dress. She sees this dress with spots on it. So there is a dress in her closet that actually has spots on it. What do you think she's going to do with that? Yeah, I don't know. We're going to see. She does. She sees the pink dress with circles. See, she got it right here. She must have meant her light pink dress. Now that one sure is spotted. Amelia Bedelia held the dress up. It looks mighty nice with the spots on it, but I guess she's tired of it that way. Oh, I wonder what she's going to do. Amelia Bedelia put spot remover on each spot. Then she waited, and nothing happened. Look, do you see that? So she put spot remover on there. And she waited and nothing happened. Why do you think nothing happened? Why do you think nothing happened? Yeah, because that spot remover was probably just for the stains. And this has a design of spots on it. But Amelia Bedelia didn't realize that. Yeah. So, I didn't think that stuff would work, said Amelia Bedelia. She got the scissors. And Amelia Bedelia removed every spot from that dress. Oh no. Guys, look what she just did. She cut up the dress. Oh, I can't even believe it. Yeah, they are supposed to be there and she's cutting them off. Amelia Bedelia, called Mrs. Rogers. Please take these groceries. Amelia Bedelia ran to take the bag. Here are some roses, too. Do scatter them around the living room. I must get my hair done now. When I'm gone, wash all the vegetables and string the beans. If you have time, make a jelly roll. Great Aunt Myra does love jelly roll, said Mrs. Rogers. Okay, she has to... Oh, I know. I think Mrs. Rogers might be so mad. Oh, gosh. We'll have to see. Oh, she wants her to scatter the roses and wash the vegetables and string the beans. So what do you think that Amelia Bedelia might do? What might she do with the roses? She told her to scatter them around the room. Yeah, I think maybe she might throw them all around the room instead of putting them in vases around the place. Yikes. Amelia Bedelia stopped in the living room. Seems like roses would look nicer sitting proper-like in a vase. But if she wants them scattered, scattered they will be. Oh, no. She's throwing them all around the room. That's not what Mrs. Rogers meant. Okay. Amelia Bedelia went on to the kitchen with the groceries. She washed all the vegetables. Good job. She's washing them all in the sink. Then she found a ball of string, and Amelia Bedelia strung all of those beans. Look at her. She's putting string on the beans. I don't know if that's what Mrs. Rogers meant. I don't think she wanted her to put string on the beans. Okay, so the next thing was she asked her to make a jelly roll if she had time. Jelly roll! Exclaimed Amelia Bedelia. I never heard tell of jelly rolling. But Amelia Bedelia got out a jar of jelly. Amelia Bedelia tried again and again, but she just could not get that jelly to roll. Ugh. Look at that. What is she doing? Yeah, she is trying to make that jelly roll around, and it looks like she's making a mess. She is getting all mixed up. Amelia Bedelia washed her hands. She got out a mixing bowl. Amelia Bedelia began to mix a little of this and a pinch of that. Great Aunt Myra, or no Great Aunt Myra, there's not going to be any jelly rolling in this house tonight, said Amelia Bedelia. Ooh, look at this. What do you think she's making? Do you remember from the first book? Yeah, that jelly all over the floor is making a mess. What do you think she's making in this bowl? I remember from that first story what she could be making. I think she's making a pie. Mr. and Mrs. Rogers arrived home at the same time. Mrs. Rogers called, Amelia Bedelia, please separate 3 eggs and pare the other vegetables you washed. I'll do the cooking. Then she and Mr. Rogers hurried upstairs to dress. Okay, she told her to separate the eggs. Amelia Bedelia took out 3 eggs. I wonder why they need to be separated. They've been together all day and nothing happened, said Amelia Bedelia. But she separated those eggs. Pare the vegetables. Amelia Bedelia laughed. Here, you 2 go together. And you 2? Now, be careful, or I'll be separating you too. Oh, that's so funny. So Amelia Bedelia is paring up the vegetables. She's giving them a partner. Now, I don't think that is what Mrs. Rogers meant. I think maybe she meant pare them, like cut them up. See. Amelia Bedelia went upstairs to Mrs. Rogers' room. What should I do with these stripped sheets? She asked. Stripped sheets! Exclaimed Mrs. Rogers. But she got no further. Oh no! Yikes! So she saw the sheets and she's not happy. Mr. Rogers roared. What in thunderation happened to my shirts? Oh, don't you like big checks? I didn't have time to do little ones, but I will next time, promised Amelia Bedelia. Oh, look at his face. I don't think he's very happy. My dress! Exclaimed Mrs. Rogers. It's full of holes. Yes, ma'am. I removed every single spot, Amelia Bedelia said. Before Mrs. Rogers, could say any more, the doorbell rang. "Great Aunt Myra," said Mr. and Mrs. Rogers as they rushed to the front door. "Good evening, grandniece. Good evening, grandnephew. My, that trip made me hungry," said Great Aunt Myra. "I'll cook dinner right now," said Mrs. Rogers. Everybody went into the kitchen. Uh-oh. They're going in the kitchen. What do you think they're going to find in the kitchen? Oh, no. I don't think she did the steps right in the kitchen. "Amelia, Bedelia, did you string the beans?" "Yes, Mrs. Rogers, yes. See, they do give such a homey look." "Oh, no, she put them up like a decoration." "Where are the eggs I asked you to separate?" said Mrs. Rogers. "Here's one behind the clock, and the other is over there." "Did I separate them far enough apart?" said Amelia Bedelia. Mrs. Rogers said nothing. So Amelia Bedelia went on. "And I pared the vegetables. They went together real well. There weren't any left over." Mrs. Rogers slapped her hand on the table. It hit right into a sticky blob. "Oh, what is that?" she shouted. "Jelly. I tried to make it roll, but it just plopped all over the place," said Amelia Bedelia. "Amelia Bedelia!" exclaimed Mrs. Rogers. "How do you do things so mixed up?" "Things mixed up? Oh, I plumb forgot," said Amelia Bedelia, and she hurried to the stove. Uh-oh, I wonder what she's getting off the stove. Amelia Bedelia opened the oven door. Great Aunt Myra sat straight up and sniffed. "Ooh, hot apple pie! I do declare. Now that's the kind of mixed up things I like." Great Aunt Myra announced, "Grandniece, grandnephew, I like it here." "Oh, Great Aunt Myra, we're so glad," said Mr. and Mrs. Rogers. They both began to talk at once, but Great Aunt Myra wasn't much for words. She had her eye on that last piece of pie. Great Aunt Myra put the last piece of pie on her plate. Then she said, "Grandniece, grandnephew, I will visit you often. That Amelia Bedelia really knows how to make a body feel at home. Thank you, Amelia Bedelia." Oh, Amelia Bedelia smiled. She and Great Aunt Myra would get along. Oh my goodness, yes! You're right, Miss Jenna. She always makes the best desserts. That is so funny. So she mixed all of the directions up. She put holes in the dress, paint on the shirt. She hung up the beans. She put the eggs apart. She stripped up the sheets. So she was so silly and did all these mixed up things. Even though that's what she was asked to do, it wasn't quite right. So she always makes a pie at the end because she remembers that's what she knows how to do the best. So she gets done with her list and she makes a pie and everybody loves her pies. And they're all happy. Great job, everybody. She wins their hearts with her yummy treats. She sure does. And then they said, "Thank you, Amelia Bedelia." And that's why they let her keep working. And she still does a great job, even though it's not quite right. So I want to thank you guys for joining me today. Very great job. Thank you so much. I hope you guys have a great rest of your summer. I'm not going to be on here reading to you anymore. Stick around for Miss Jenna will be with you guys tomorrow morning and probably all day tomorrow. So we have some readings tomorrow and Thursday and Friday. So we look forward to seeing you guys log on for us again. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye. Good job, guys. Bye. Thank you.